Why are you still broke? Before you get angry at that question, stay with me, because the answer might change your life. It's probably not because you don't work hard. In fact, some of the hardest working people in the world are struggling financially. It's not because you aren't smart, and it's definitely not because successful people are simply lucky. So what is it? Why do some people spend years working, sacrificing, and trying their best, yet they never seem to get ahead financially? Why do they remain stuck in the same cycle year after year? Today, I'm going to share a truth that most people will never tell you. And if you truly understand it, you may never look at money the same way again. But before we continue, I want you to answer honestly. Have you ever looked at your bank account and wondered, where did all my money go? Have you ever promised yourself that this month would be different, only to end up in the same situation again? If your answer is yes, this video is for you, because being broke is often not what you think it is. Let me tell you a story. Some years ago, I met two friends, David and Michael. They both graduate at the same time. They both get similar jobs. They both earn roughly the same income. David works hard. Every day he wakes up early, goes to work, comes home tired, watches videos, scrolls through social media, sleeps, and repeats. Michael also works hard, but every evening after work, he spends 1 hour learning a new skill. 1 hour. That's it. At first, there isn't much difference between them. 1 month passes, 6 months pass, 1 year passes, then something starts to happen. Michael learns graphic design, then freelancing, then content creation, then digital marketing. Slowly, opportunities begin to appear. Clients start paying him. His skills start creating income outside his job. Meanwhile, David is still depending entirely on his paycheck. 5 years later, their lives look completely different. Not because one was smarter, not because one was luckier, but because one invested in assets that produced income, and the other invested only in survival. That's the difference most people never see. You're still broke because you've been taught to trade all your time for money. Think about it. You work, you get paid, you spend, and then you start over again. Month after month, year after year, it's a cycle. And the problem with this cycle is simple. The moment you stop working, the money stops too. Many people spend decades trapped inside the system. They never build skills, they never create assets, they never develop additional income streams, so they remain one emergency away from financial stress, one missed paycheck away from panic, one unexpected expense away from crisis. That's not freedom, that's financial survival. Meanwhile, wealthy people think differently. They spend their time building things that can pay them repeatedly: skills, businesses, investments, content, digital products, assets that continue producing value long after the initial effort is completed. And that's where true financial growth begins. Now let's talk about something even deeper. The truth is, being broke isn't always a money problem. Sometimes it's a habit problem, a mindset problem, a consistency problem. Think about how many people know what they should do. They know they should save. They know they should learn new skills. They know they should stop wasting hours scrolling, but knowledge without action changes nothing. The world is filled with people who know what to do. The winners are the people who actually do it. Every day, small decisions shape your future. 1 hour spent learning, 1 video created, 1 book read, 1 skill improved, 1 excuse rejected. These tiny actions seem insignificant today, but over time they become life-changing. Success is rarely one big decision. It's thousands of small decisions repeated consistently. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Not luck, not motivation, not your friends, not some perfect opportunity. The life you want requires action. The freedom you want requires discipline. The wealth you want requires growth. And growth is uncomfortable. Learning new skills is uncomfortable. Starting a YouTube channel is uncomfortable. Building a business is uncomfortable. Taking risks is uncomfortable. But staying broke is uncomfortable too. The question is, which discomfort are you willing to choose? The temporary discomfort of growth or the permanent discomfort of regret? Because one day you'll either say, I'm glad I started, or you'll say, I wish I had started sooner. The life you want is not hiding from you. It isn't reserved for special people. It isn't locked away behind impossible circumstances. It's waiting on the other side of the skills you refuse to learn, the risks you refuse to take, the discipline you refuse to build, and the actions you keep postponing. Every successful person was once a beginner. Every wealthy person was once uncertain. Every achievement started with a decision to start, a decision to learn, a decision to keep going when results were invisible. Your future is being created right now by what you choose to do today. Not tomorrow, not next month, today. If this message spoke to you, comment below. I choose growth. And if you find this video helpful and you're intentional about building wealth, creating income streams, and escaping the cycle of financial struggle, subscribe to SmartCash Lab, because this is only the beginning of your journey.